Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. It's good to be saying that again. So we are back today with some Mono Black Demons or Mono Black Slasher. So this is a deck which is built around the kind of demon tribal deck, but got a few other things going on. It's also kind of Mono Black mid-range, depending on how you want to describe it. So we have a number of new cards here, or kind of recent additions. Only one new card from Foundations, I should say, but a couple from Duskmourn. So one of the ideas behind the deck is the Unholy Annex. So this is one of the room enchantments from Duskmourn. If you haven't seen this before, you can cast either side of it and then pay the cost at sorcery speed to then unlock the other side of the room. So in this case, you have Unholy Annex for 2 and a black, which says at the beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you control a demon, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, otherwise you lose 2 life. And Ritual Chamber for 5, which is when you unlock this door, create a 6/6 black demon creature token with flying. So a good way of getting some card advantage, and if we have a demon on the battlefield, also drains the opponent out of the game. Then we have a number of demons to play around with it. So we have a couple of Archfiend of the Dross from Phyrexia, all will be 1, so 6/6, which comes into play with 4 oil counters on it. And then our new card, which is new to Arena, but technically not new to Pioneer, is Desecration Demon, so another 4 mana 6/6 flying, and this one says at the beginning of each combat, any opponent may sacrifice a creature of their choice. If a player does, tap Desecration Demon and put a +1/+1 counter on it. And then we've got 3 Bloodletter of Aklazotz as well, which is a 4 mana demon, 2/4 flying. If an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. So that synergizes quite nicely with our other newer card, which is Unstoppable Slasher, which is seeing play in a few different archetypes. But this is a 2/3 Death Touch for 3, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, they lose half their life rounded up. And when it dies, if it had no counters on it, you return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with 2 stun counters on it. So it then kind of comes back around and is able to do its thing again, but it can be removed if the opponent kills it while it still has stun counters on it, obviously, or exiles it. So this synergizes nicely with Bloodletter, because obviously taking half their life and then doubling it is enough to kill the opponent. So that is a neat little combo that we might try and make work a couple of times. So that's kind of our demon package, and then down the bottom end of the curve, we've basically just got the kind of classic black mid-range cards. So our 1-drops are 4 Duress and 4 Thoughtseize, so we're running the full 8 hand disruption spells, as well as 4 Fatal Push and 1 March of Wretched Sorrow for some removal. Then we have some more removal with Shieldred's Edict, very versatile removal spell that hits either a non-token creature, a creature token, or a planeswalker, depending on which mode you choose. Then a couple of Reckoner Bankbusters, so this is good card advantage in mono black decks, which don't tend to have much of their own, and 1 Liliana of the Veil as well. So fairly linear mid-range strategy there, but with a little bit of spice with these various demon combos and interactions. Then our mana base is lots of swamps, as you'd expect, and then some colourless lands as well. So we've got 4 Field of Ruin, just for taking out annoying opposing lands that the opponent might be playing, like Nykthos or anything like that. 3 Mutavaults for some additional creatures, bearing in mind that the creature that Mutavault becomes is technically a demon, because it's all creature types. 2 Sunken Citadels, which are good at producing mana, which we can use to activate our land abilities, so whether that be Field of Ruin or Castle Lochthwain, and then attack a Numa as well. So that is the main deck. And then in the sideboard we have a Misery Shadow, just a cheap creature that we can get out if we need one. As you'll see, there aren't actually any creatures in this deck until turn 3, so sometimes we will just need a cheaper one. Unlicensed Hearse, classic graveyard hate, targeted graveyard hate as well, so it doesn't affect our unstoppable slashers. Same with Go Blank, good way of disrupting the opponent's hand and graveyard. Another couple of Lilianas, just if we need that discard outlet or the sacrifice ability. Path of Peril and Extinction Event are our sweepers of choice, as well as a Meathook Massacre, the first Meathook Massacre, and this isn't the Alchemy version either, you'll be pleased to know. And 3 Shieldreds, classic mid-range card, and an Invoke Despair as well. So very removal heavy, but kind of controlling the board a little bit until we build up to our big powerful demons, which hopefully can then take over the game, or just kind of gradually give us the advantages that we need to finish the opponent off. So yeah, that is the deck. Excited to try some of these new cards. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. As ever, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I've relearned the pattern very quickly. And yeah, let's go onto the ladder and see how we go on with this. So we're on the play, a couple of hand disruption spells, and a Liliana is probably good enough. I'd like a little bit more going on, but... Okay, now that Mulligan, I feel better about this. So let's take a sneaky peek in their hand. Okay, so they're also running a mono black deck. So they can't cast Sign in Blood. I don't want them to have Edict particularly, so let's just get rid of that for now. Okay. Now I think we can happily go after their Sign in Blood. Okay, so I could Liliana here. Or I could Unholy Annex and start getting some card advantage, or would I rather strip them of cards? No, I think I'll Unholy Annex here. Wait for them to play the Trespasser. Yep. Now we can get rid of that.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
So, if we are facing down also mono black, how do we want to do this? I think more Lilianas is probably good here. Go blank on the draw, maybe? Or is Shieldred? Do we want Shieldred? Shieldred's quite weak to if they have their own Lilianas. Yeah, let's keep Liliana, trim a couple of fatal pushes. I actually think this is reasonably well adjusted for its kind of own mirror match. Obviously what they're doing is slightly different because they have Graveyard Trespassers, so they're kind of more traditional mid-range. Yeah, this is not a terrible hand on the draw. No turn to play, is it? Okay, I think I can live with that. So I'll just ditch a couple of swamps. Go blank's less good when you're casting it against someone on the draw. Again, am I just playing into a Liliana if I play Unstoppable Slasher? That's less of an issue with Slasher because it does come back. Or do I just want to start building up card advantage again? I feel like if they had a Liliana, they would have played it, because it's better to have that on the boards than... Yeah, let's play Slasher. They almost certainly have removal for it, but it is a card that will keep coming back. No. Okay. Well, They must have an answer here. Surely they're not going to let this hit them. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, that dies. Comes back, though. Then I think I'll have myself an Annex. Just start drawing cards again. It's a good card. I am liking what it's doing for me so far. Put a stop on the upkeep. Shieldred's Edict can kill Shieldred. Very flavourful. A lot of land being drawn here, but let's get a Bank Buster into play. That at least will help us with our card advantage. Sorin the Mirthless.
For the sake of all Innistrad, my will must be obeyed. Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Okay, well that kills my slasher and it ain't coming back this time, which is a shame. Okay, well, let's have a look in their hand. Okay, just land, that's fine. So let's unlock the Ritual Chamber. Crew our Bank Buster to attack Sorin down to 1 loyalty.
You have some fight. I'll fix that.
Start draining them a little. Okay, another land.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Okay, well they're going hard on the card advantage. That's not doing much for us at this moment in time, so let's simply drop a Bloodletter of Acquazots. I think they're dead here. They feel dead here, don't they? Because I can attack with Mutaville. They don't have the mana to activate Hive. Yeah. Have confidence. Have confidence in yourself, Nick. Cool. Removal, card advantage, hand disruption. It's all of a piece. Show me your hand. Mono black. Bandit's talent. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards 2 cards unless they attack blah 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 blah. Discard a Fatal Push. What is at the beginning of each opponent's... Okay, so it does the kind of Davriel effect. But that's fine, let's match them card for card here. Oof. Okay, they are hard discard. That's okay, we have enough going on that... Oh, that only cost 1? Good lord. What an outrage. Oh well, just gotta start drawing cards, I suppose. And by cards, I of course mean land. What does Chapter 3 do at the beginning of your trust? Okay, I mean that's all in on the draw lots of cards strategy.
No one has seen my face and lived. Empty.
And discard a swamp. I feel like Bankbuster is doing work for us here. Yeah, see, Liliana's okay, but I don't really want to be discarding more of my own cards. I think I've got enough now that I can probably justify it.
Happy to help. I'm tired of your secrets.
Ah! No! Okay, well, this is gonna hurt.
Let me pick your brain for a minute.
So I'm taking 6 here. Sadly, I can't
Loneliness
castle
can
Lockthwain on my way out of this situation. So I could turn this into a demon. That does mean I'm taking another 6 damage. I think I'm going to have to, though. Yeah. I need to attack the opponent and quickly. Let's tick up Liliana.
Don't overthink
Crew
things.
our Bank Buster and kill Davriel, though at least gets him off the board, so I'm actually only taking... four damage next turn. What is the beginning of your draw step? Okay, so they don't get to do it this turn.
It's not abandonment, it's survival.
And if all they do is activate that, and that feels pretty good to me. So, hang on. If I play Bloodletter, I can hit them for 12. I can't crew Bankbuster, unfortunately. So is it just worth unlocking the door instead? Yeah. Back for 6. Pass the turn, draw a card, drain them for 2. They do get 2 cards. No, they don't. Okay. I think we win now. Yep. So yeah, that's excellent. Whew, that was a little dicey there for a moment, but I like this new version of discard. Those enchantments are interesting. What am I doing against this strategy? Not really sure I have particularly good sideboard options, to be honest. I haven't seen. They didn't seem to be running any creatures. They seem to be just like hard control discard. Maybe Misery Shadow is a decent shout here. Just trade out one of our annexes. Although the card draw annex is quite good against their discard. Yeah, let's trim Liliana. I don't think Liliana's doing anything for us here. Makes you think. Problem is with that enchantment is it does feel very all in. Like they spent a lot of mana and then didn't get any cards out of them, which feels rough. So yeah, I think you kind of need to be sure that it's going to work. I mean, at least March of Wretched Sorrow can hit Davriel, I suppose. These fatal pushes feel very dead in our hand. I'm not sure I had anything in the sideboard that they would have been better than. At least I can just get rid of one. Well, let's play Mutavault. Discard a swamp. Discard another fatal push. Okay, they are short of lands though. Okay, Annex feels good in this situation, so let's have ourselves an Annex. We will need a demon before too long. My slasher, it is unstoppable. Cutdown is a good answer to unstoppable slasher. I mean, it doesn't get rid of it forever, but... Ooh, Archfiend, hello. Hello. Demon. Did someone say demon? I think this seems pretty much the best shout. Okay, we're now gaining life as well, which is excellent. Obviously, Archfiend does put us on a bit of a clock that we're going to have to watch out for. Bontu's Last Reckoning. Now that is a card you don't see very often. Okay, well... Let's take this opportunity to have a sneaky peek in their hand, I think. Take Davriel. Take Liliana. Then just attack with Mutavault. Seems fine. Just keep their life total down, and it also means we get the life gain off the Annex this turn, which is pretty decent. Okay, cut down is not a good answer to Bloodletter of Aquazots. We should be in pretty good shape here now. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty brutal for our opponent this game. Just drew out of any problems we might have. And we'll have another demon, why not? Yep, Scrying 2 isn't going to save you here. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, let's go once more round the rodeo. No, this isn't very good. This is where the mana becomes quite awkward, to be honest. What's our opponent playing? Gigantha? Well, that could be anything. Yeah, I'll mulligan this. This is not that much better, but it's at least vaguely keepable. Not being able to cast one of those discard spells on turn 1 was just too painful. Goose! Now, do I bolt the bird or do I thought seize? Well, you know the rules of magic. Oh, it's a blooming marsh. New art. Ah, my old enemy. Traverse the Ovenwald. So this is some sort of sacrifice deck. Not entirely sure of the exact nature of it yet. But I bet there's cats in there somewhere. Okay, what does this do? Whenever... Mind, I was reading. Whenever one or more creatures you control die, create a food token whenever you sacrifice. Okay. That is a card with words on it. Yeah, Fatal Push is an okay one to get rid of. Stops them killing our demon tokens, I suppose. What is to... Beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice 3 of them. What? Yes, fine, have a cat. Insufferable. pop the Annex into play. Okay, here we go. Endless food. Cat mentor. Yeah. It's just very tiring. It's, you know. And that, just very tiring. Go for it. Do your thing. Go crazy. A lot of new cards in here, which is neat. I mean, what they're doing is utterly insufferable. But... And it's not like I'm in any actual danger of losing the game, which is why I'm like not. So let's have ourselves a demon. There is, well, actually there is value in attacking this turn because it will cost them a food. Bring the cat back, so. Yep. Now at least we are beginning to chip away at their life total a little. What does this do? Return target creature. They don't really have anything worth getting back at the moment. Yeah, these fine reap mentors are fine, but they're not exactly game breaking. Okay, there we are. Yarg, eater of all. Other fit. Okay. It's not Yarg, is it? It's... Blech. So I'm going to be doing them quite a lot of damage next turn, which is at least something that we can be grateful for. Oh good, 2 cats! 2 cats, more cats, just what we need. That's very kind of you to get rid of one of the ovens, I suppose. You didn't need to. Well, gradually running through their own library, at least. You sure you want to be... Seems mighty aggressive. Okay, they're down to 12 cards. I mean, they can't just choose me, I suppose, but... Yes, I mean, this is beginning to make some kind of sense. Sacrifice... Oh, isn't it all other permanents? So yeah, other creatures are food. Eh. There you are. Oh, Bloodletter is so good, but I think I don't quite have enough. So I've got six mana. So I can unlock that. I can attack them for 12. Is that enough? I think. God, I think that might be enough. Oh no, because I can't do both. Ah. But I might not be dead, so let's have a Bloodletter in play. Attack them for 12 damage. Okay, so they're down to 4. And they don't seem to have a good answer for... I mean, I can just block. This doesn't have trample. They do at least only have one oven now. They could bring back a flyer with their... That alone doesn't save them, I don't think, because I've got the runes. Oh, it's going to be close. Going to be very close. So yeah, they can keep... I'm going to keep calling it Yarg, I've decided. Yeah, they can keep making their Yarg bigger. They go to 6. I'm on 28 cards. I don't think what they're doing here is sufficient. Because I can just block this with my Mutavault. So yeah, they can keep milling me. They can keep making it bigger all they like, but it doesn't really solve the problem for them. So, activate Mutavault. Now let's block here, take 1. Got 20 cards in my library, so I'm okay for now. Am I okay? I'm not sure that I am. I think I might be dead. Ooh, that was very close. Very close indeed. One more turn. If I'd had one more mana, I could have killed them. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to want Graveyard Hate in this matchup. So, Misery Shadow, go blank. Unlicensed Hearse. I do not want Liliana. Do not particularly want Shieldred's Edict either. Maybe... Let's Invoke Despair gets rid of their enchantments. Yeah, let's try it like this. Yep, this'll do. Sure. Let's get rid of their scavenger's talent, I think. Do without that in our lives. I see. Push that out my face. Just have a chew on their hand now. Okay, there's no oven. There's no oven. A desecration demon. Yes, I've given them a free sack outlet, I realise, but you know, I've got to get the demon into play somehow and hope for the best. Because it's just going to start growing while they're doing other stuff. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere. Fantastically wrong matchup to be playing Desecration Demon, but oh well. Right, well, I'm glad I have an unlicensed hearse now. And a Misery Shadow as well. The Graveyard Hate is beginning to come into play now. Okay, so they're gaining lots of life, which is nice. So they will... No, they won't be able to loot the cat now, because they don't have a sacrifice outlet while it's not on their combat step. So let's get rid of these two. Okay, Castle Lochthwain's a good draw. I'll play Misery Shadow. So they can sack their Cauldron of Villia now, but it will be exiled. Yep, that's fine. Now let's unlock the room, have a 6/6. And just start to turn the corner, I think. They're on a lot of life, but... Yep. Okay, our Graveyard Hate came in clutch there. Do I want anything different? I could put an Extinction Event, I suppose. Yeah, if they don't have the discard out, this Extinction Event is okay. Let's pop those in and take out the Desecration Demons. Desecration Demon used to be such a good card. That is a bad hand. And I'll leave it to you to work out why. That is a better hand. And I'll leave it to you to work out why. What do I want rid of here? So, the thing is, they're all good. I think I can lose a land here, just because I'm going to hopefully be drawing lots of extra cards. I may pay for that, but... Ah, the oven. The precious, precious oven. Right, let's take their Scavenger's Talent. Okay, I think here, if they want to Assassin's Trophy away my Bankbuster and just give me more land, I'm kind of okay with that. Let's get the card advantage engine growing. Don't have anything to sacrifice, which is good. Just lands, lands, lands. So I could just go to town on their hand here, take out all their removal. I think that seems fine. Yeah. Then activate the Mutavault, which gives us the life. Yep. Okay, and another Annex as well. This card is doing hella work. So we should be pretty good to go here. So I'll play a Bloodletter. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're super dead now. So with another Bloodletter, I think. Excellent. Okay. What an interesting deck. Very good. We killed 15 of our opponent's creatures. Well, I mean, I say we, they killed most of them. So let's open a Foundations pack. High Society Hunter. Noble. Okay. There's some interesting stuff here. Interesting set, Foundations. I do like core sets as a concept, and this one does seem super interesting, so... yeah, this is the deck list one more time. Very, very powerful, and some good interactions here. We didn't see much of our slashers, unfortunately, but they are a kind of must-kill threat, so the opponent does tend to focus on them. But these kind of demon interactions were really good, and Unholy Annex and Ritual Chamber were very, very impressive. So yeah, interesting deck. Let me know what you think in the comments. As ever, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.